So I think we're far enough removed from when Iron Fist was coming out for the first season, and since it was cancelled after the second season, that we can talk about this, and it's something you guys brought up multiple times in previous videos. So most of you will remember when Iron Fist was announced as a series coming to Netflix, everybody was excited. And then we started to hear about the casting, and of course the first season hit, and it was pretty much outrage as far as the eye could see in regards to casting and everything else. Mainly, it was focused on the fact that Iron Fist was not in fact Asian, and they should cast an Asian as the Iron Fist. And honestly, I stated everything I had to at the time that wouldn't have made sense for the character, that honestly would have just felt like they're handing one out, and there was plenty of good characters that were Asian that they could bring to the big screen, and even at the time I said Shang-Chi would be the best one. Now with Shang-Chi on the way, and when that movie comes out and is undoubtedly a big hit, and they do have a Asian starring in a film, I think bringing back Iron Fist, if he was to be played by a new actor or Finn Jones or just show up somewhere, I honestly don't think there would be much backlash at all to Iron Fist showing up this time around, because people would honestly not be outraged, because again, he could appear alongside an Asian star in that star's franchise and be a supporting character. Now, getting back to the whole issue with Iron Fist, I think they could really remedy that this time around, because you could maybe do the tale where you have an ancient Iron Fist and you address that, or maybe you make it a period piece movie, because again, there's been plenty of Iron Fists throughout the history, and even female Iron Fists, which to me personally are really interesting. Now, I'm not saying all the backlash would be gone if they were to bring back Iron Fist, Danny Rand, and he's still a fully white American character. What I am saying is that the blowback would not be as bad. And again, let's go back and look at this, for example, in the terms of females in the MCU. Prior to Captain Marvel, everybody was saying, we need more female representation, we need a female-driven movie, we need this, we need that. They finally gave us one. It did great in box office. People were excited by it. There is the section of the internet that definitely hates it, but again, we're not here to talk about that. And again, there would be some of that backlash there with Danny Rand, but they could service in the way that they explain the story to further strengthen that character and his bond and his world, without having to actually go out of their way to be like, no, this is how it was in the comics, this is how it's always been. Because again, once you have Shang-Chi there, I think the conversation would honestly almost be non-existent, because Shang-Chi is going to make some pretty significant changes to that character's origin and backstory, because again, you can't do the whole Fu Manchu thing because of racist, connections. Like, it doesn't make sense. So Iron Fist, I definitely think if there was a chance that they could bring them back and they were afraid of backlash, I don't think honestly there would be much. Yes, you're still going to have your websites that will be outraged for clicks, you're going to have your Gizmodo or whatever, and they'll publish their article about how it's wrong, but most people are just going to go, but Shang-Chi is Asian. Celebrate that. And as some people have said in the comments, let's say they do bring him back and he is Asian. Well, then you don't have Danny Rand. You honestly cannot do that character, because so much of his backstory, who he is, why he's a hero for hire, and why he does what he does, is based around the fact that Danny Rand is this outsider to this land he doesn't know. So again, I think you'd have to be careful. In my opinion, if you bring him back, you're not getting that much backlash, you'll still get some, but a better choice would be to just, I don't know, use Colleen as the new Iron Fist, and there you go. That's honestly the best way to do it.